Don't you believe it?
Fucking hell, how long has it been? Are people still the same with their strange ways? It says press the any key. Where's the any key? Fuck, I hit the wrong button. It swapped cause it's Japanese. Miyamoto did that on purpose to discourage us from playing import games. Flip the buttons to slow us down. This is the wrong mode. I can't read the, can't read what it says. Verses, there we go. Those are words that I recognize. We're gonna do hard mode, and even that won't stop me. I'm just gonna clean up. Just you watch. I'm gonna clean up like a minimum wage theater employee after a screening of the Minecraft movie. There's just shit strewn everywhere cause people can't handle themselves. Throwing shit all about. So yeah, it's Panel de Parn. It's like Tetris Attack but without all the fun theming. Remember Tetris Attack? If we were playing Tetris Attack right now, there'd be like a cool big penguin and Yoshi would be there and all the fun Mario characters would be there, but none of that stuff is here right now. I wish Tetris Attack were here. Aww. That was a 4 out of 10 execution on that joke, but let's just keep rolling. Fuck. So yeah, I played this game like 2 years ago when it was actually Tetris Attack, but I said some naughty stuff at the start, so I decided to take those down and upload something that's more palatable for the fragile young YouTuber's mind. You gotta be nice on YouTube, you don't know who your audience is. The person watching this could be like some stupid fucking 8-year-old on his mom's tablet who doesn't even know how we got here. We gotta be friendly and approachable and not say bad words. Although I think I've already kind of been doing that. So I was doing some editing on the side and I just discovered that a Windows update ruined my microphone yet again, but it's the opposite problem this time where it was too soft before. Now it's too loud. If I would have just used the same settings I had, I'd sound like one of those tornado warnings from the National Weather Service. See, this is what it would sound like if I didn't change the settings. Take shelter immediately before the big scary tornado comes through and fucks up all of your shit. Yeah, do that soon, it's coming. So if you're still with me, would you like to hear some trivia about this game? You're thinking, wow, I love gaming trivia. I'm soy-facing so hard right now. Well, close your enormous hanging soy jack mouth for a moment and I'll tell you the gaming trivia. So, you see that flower that our main character is holding there? That flower is, the inspiration for the item, lipstick in Smash Bros. You know, you hit the other guy with a flower and then a flower starts growing out of his head and he starts taking passive damage. This is the game that item originates from. They call it lipstick because you know, the character is named Lip and also it's a stick obviously. Just crusty old boomers must have such a hard time understanding all of this stuff. Why do they call it lipstick? That's not what it was. All this stupid Japanese crap makes no sense. My father fought these people in the 40s. Look at that, we cleaned it up in 25 seconds. I ain't even gotta try. But yeah, this must be so confusing for people who didn't grow up with it. I think my son might have some kind of autism. He wouldn't be this way if they let us hit our kids like they used to back in the old days. Nobody on the Andy Griffith Show ever had autism. Well, Barney probably did, but that's another story. Fuck, this channel sucks ass. Oh my god, how does anybody watch this? This video is unbefitting of the high standards of social media. As we all know, only the highest quality content is allowed on this website. In all seriousness though, does anybody else feel like the internet's kinda gone to pot lately? I mean, I guess I'm not the first person to say that, but I don't know, it's just all this stupid crap you see everywhere, like, what the hell is this garbage? These characters don't go together thematically. Who made this? Oh, and look, his favorite YouTuber gets to sing about Undertale too. It's like, ugh, who's making this? This isn't content farm shit, but it feels like it. Maybe I'm just getting a little older and wiser and better at getting a read on people. Maybe I'm more sensitive to this stuff. I just keep noticing all of these strange people online that I would classify as these sort of bug people almost, where it's like you're 31 years old but you've got the mind of a child and you see everything through the lens of children's animation and you can't actually like take anything seriously. There'll be like a very serious story in the news. It'll say like Trump breaks into the home of a family of 4 and strangles the dad to death with his bare hands, and the comments will say like, this is just like that scene from Star Wars. It's like, shut the fuck up. You're 31 years old and you're just perpetually trapped in this state of infantilism where you just look at everything like it's Bluey or Star Wars or Power Rangers or shit. You'll be in the comment section about like, I don't know, Congress voting about something, and you just have like this autistic imagery of your mind of all the congressional seats being filled with Power Rangers and Pokemon and all these other things. It's like, fucking grow up, for the love of God. We are sick to death of hearing about this. As if I'm any better though, here I'm sitting in my pajamas at 12:45 p.m. talking into a microphone over footage of a SNES game. Yeah, that's different. That's so much better. Oh, fuck me, the internet just brings out the worst in all of us. Especially you. But anyway, it just kind of frustrates me how the world's falling apart and you go to the internet to see what other people think about this thing and you're just constantly greeted with man-babyism and they don't actually have anything helpful to say. Everyone just kind of sounds like that one guy who was on Pan Pizza's a podcast that one time they had that guy who was a diaper fur, and he didn't see anything wrong with what he was doing. He was saying, oh yeah, I'm my body's trying to stop me from quoting that awful thing that he said. But yeah, they had a diaper fur on the podcast, and he was saying, oh yeah, I'm real active in the ABDL community, and they're all, what's that? And he said, oh yeah, that stands for Adult Baby Diaper Lover. That guy was so fucking whacked, I couldn't believe it. And now we live in some kind of dystopian future where 90% of people online sound just like him. What a world. Anywho, let's try to maintain focus on the actual game. Did you know that there are other variants of Tetris Attack out there? They made one with Pokemon, and they just made a generic puzzle league that didn't have any theming at all. I guess Nintendo was pissed off with the fans or something. You don't like the theming? Well, we'll just fucking take it away and give you a game with no theming at all. You can just stare at white walls, you son of a bitch. You like that? Yeah, I bet you do. Anyway, yeah, that was the generic Puzzle League. And I certainly got into the Pokemon-themed one back in the day. And for more information on Pokemon Puzzle League, please welcome my good friend N64 Glenn Plant.
Back in the day, a popular game was released on the Super Nintendo and Game Boy called Tetris Attack, or Panel de Pon if you're Japanese. To be honest, it was nothing like Tetris, however the strong Tetris brand name was a surefire way to shift puzzle-based games. With the explosion of Pokemon as a franchise, it was no surprise that the license would be slapped on many games or spin-offs made using the Pokemon name. This brings us to Pokemon Puzzle League, a year 2000 release on the N64, which is essentially a reskinned version of Tetris Attack, which was developed by NST and Intelligent Systems and then published by Nintendo. Pokemon Puzzle League does little to reinvent the Tetris Attack gameplay, but don't let that fool you into thinking that this isn't a game worth picking up. It's one of the better puzzle games on the N64, and here's why. Like Tetris, Pokemon Puzzle League is a game which is simple to play but takes time to master. Anyone can pick up and play this game, but learning advanced techniques takes time and patience. There are 6 game modes, and the gameplay is a mix of classic 2D Tetris Attack and also a 3D cylindrical mode where you can clear blocks in a 3D environment. The gameplay is simple. You line up 3 blocks or more of the same colour and they are removed from your game board. The blocks keep rising from the bottom, and your opponents can send blocks to the top of your screen by getting block combos. Once you master this gameplay style, you then want to quickly learn how to perform chain combos by linking combos together to completely obliterate your opponents. Pokemon Puzzle League is a game which you need to play quickly and aggressively. Unlike some other puzzlers where you have time to look and make a plan, Pokemon Puzzle League rewards you for having quick reflexes, and then the training mode in the game will take you from a rookie to a master in no time. Now you're probably wondering what this game actually does with the Pokemon license. Pokemon fans may be a little disappointed, as apart from being set in the Pokemon Kingdom, there is little to tie the actual Pokemon into the game. There are 15 characters from the anime to choose from, and you also have a choice of Pokemon to play as. However, they do not affect the game at all. Your choice of Pokemon simply changes which sounds you get during the gameplay. Now speaking of the sounds, this game really nails it. From the N64 MIDI-style versions of classic Pokemon songs and themes you'll know from the TV series, to the voice acting by the original TV voice actors. There is also a range of music, though it doesn't become irritating, it actually adds to the game, I feel. I also like how the music speeds up into a more aggressive beat when you're getting close to losing or defeating an opponent. It really adds tension to the matches. Graphically, the game is also great looking. The game board is in 2D, however everything looks sharp, bright and colourful, and the artwork is taken straight from the TV series, making you feel instantly at home. There are also video sequences which were created by the original anime team, and this really brings you into the game. The story is weak, but come on, this is a puzzle game, and so the story has very little to play into the whole scheme of things. Essentially, Ash is invited to take part in a Pokemon Puzzle League tournament, and that's it. In the game's main one-player mode, you'll work your way to face different Pokemon trainers from the TV series, and if you defeat them, you'll win badges. The game's learning curve is perfect, and it gradually eases you into the game before things start to get really challenging. I have no friends, but if you do, then the multiplayer mode should give you a lot of fun, especially if your friends are also Pokemon fans. Like most puzzle games, there's a great satisfaction when you beat someone sitting right next to you, and being able to see your opponent's screen makes it even sweeter when you see them miss a huge combo opportunity. All in all, Pokemon Puzzle League is a great game. It works, not because it's a Pokemon game, but because the Tetris Attack engine is so solid. The fact there's a Pokemon theme gives it a cool underlying look and feel, and a certain charm you can't help but like. It's a shame they didn't take the Pokemon license further in the game by having your choice of Pokemon affect the game, or giving your Pokemon abilities which you can use during your matches. A cool fact is that I'm pretty sure this is the only Pokemon game which was never released in Japan. So how would you rate Pokemon Puzzle League? Do you love its 90s charm and the awesome animated videos included in the game, or do you feel it's a cheap cash-in on the Tetris Attack engine? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time.
Do you choose to battle me?